Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. Well, the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
Let's focus our attention on the offensive line and Brandon Sheriff, the first-round pick in 2015. In fact, the first lineman taken at number 5 overall, an offensive tackle in college, transitioned very well to guard in the NFL. Solid, reliable, 2 traits you love in an offensive lineman. How about tough, physical, and nasty? He's an Iowa offensive lineman. Those guys play well in the NFL.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run the counter. Love, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Ready. Let's go. 50. Mike, 50. All day, dog.
On play action, Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Haskins to throw it. Complete to Bryant. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Now it's Haskins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Haskins to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The numbers for Bryant last week, 7 catches, 86 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
They'll run with Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
False start, offense.
Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, Connor looking for space. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. All right, let's shift our attention here to Vance McDonald. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Here's Samuels. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On second down now. It's Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with Love here, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. On 2nd down, Love. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Haskins will throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Oh, you got deep? Kill, kill, kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Aguilar has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins completes it to Aguilar. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Haskins. Bryant has it. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Haskins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Love. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On second down, it's Love. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Haskins looking to throw on first down. It's caught by Aguilar. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins out left side here to Bryant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now it's Haskins, and this is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Haskins now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
This will be caught at about the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Play fake to Counter. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Roethlisberger now complete to Switzer. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Haskins on 1st down. Complete to Bryant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down now, it's Love. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That's on Marquise Pouncey, the former Florida Gator. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Roethlisberger will throw. Washington's got it. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
He's not going to get me.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. But it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Haskins will throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now it's Haskins. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And his kick is indeed good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
All day, baby, all day.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end McDonald. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. That's David DeCastro, the former Stanford Cardinal, with a penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Haskins able to connect there with Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Love. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, we are.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. On the carry, it's Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete. but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. On 2nd and 1, Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Conner. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at about the Redskins' 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's shift our attention here to Vance McDonald. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Single, slot. Hey, you on the 9?
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Check.
On first down, Connor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
I'm coming after you.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's go, defense.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. It's caught by Bryant. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Switzer on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now a quick pass to Richardson. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From midfield now, Haskins. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. Complete to Bryant. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On the draw, this is Love. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he finds McDonald. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Connor on the toss play. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, you know, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Back.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Going to give this time to the tailback. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here I come.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Tressway now, standing right around the midfield stripe. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Redskins, it's a fourth win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.